Hello and welcome back to Phenomena. This is episode 6 of season 5. So glad you made it. Thanks again. Today we're going to be talking about black holes, and it's pretty wild and crazy. And this script is, if last week's script was thick, this one's like triple thick with quadruple C's. Because holy moly cannoli, it's a complex concept, but I guess we just keep learning more about it, and I don't know. The crash out is imminent at this point. Yeah, I'm your host, Mimi Dibbs, and today's script was written by our lovely co-producer, Jodelle. Thank you so much, Jodelle. I know Jodelle was really excited to write about this, so I'm very excited to read it. Great, so without further ado, let's get into it. Have you ever seen an image of our Milky Way galaxy? It's gorgeous. Yeah, and I feel like they keep coming out with more like HD, ultra HD images of it too, and I'm just like, what? Wow. Close your eyes and astral project with me off this planet and into the beauty of our cosmic neighborhood. All right, I'm with you. It's an incredible celestial body filled with dust, gas, and what NASA estimates are more than 3,900 other solar systems. Only? Okay, great. All of it swirling around something huge and unbelievably bright. We move closer to get a better look. And if you thought it would be a star like our sun, you'd be mistaken. Although everything around it glows spectacularly bright, before you is an entity of pure darkness. Its name is Sagittarius A, pronounced A star, and it's our supermassive black hole. Fun! That's great. I actually had no idea that like black holes glowed around it, so that's fun. That's kind of a fun thing to know. Also, supermassive black hole is the name of a song or a band. It's the one in Twilight where it's like, ooh, it's in the sun. You know that one? Yeah. And if you don't, now you do. Go look it up. It's great. Supermassive black hole. That is a thing. And it's real and it's scary. Mesmerized, you find yourself drifting closer. I don't know about that. I'd be like, what? I don't want to get sucked in. I don't know that I want to go closer. This colossus is 16 million miles in diameter, yet it has a mass 4 million times that of our sun. Awesome. How great is that? So does your mom. Ha, got it. No, I'm kidding. Had to sneak it in here. I have to bring levity to this episode. Otherwise, I will completely lose it. Unfortunately, you realize that you're a little too late. You've gotten too close and you can no longer resist its gravity, which is why I didn't want to go close in the first place, Jonah. Why did you make me go closer? I knew it was going to pull me in. I'm not ready. The light around you bends in ways you've never seen before. You look back and see the rest of the galaxy, now small, distant, and fading away. No, get me back there. You blink. You try to open your eyes again, but you can no longer tell the difference between having your eyes open and closed. Hate it. Hate that. Hate it. You don't know what lies ahead. No one does, actually. But let's be brave together and dive into the most destructive, mysterious, and inevitable phenomenon in all of nature. Wow. Brilliant. Brilliantly worded. Your writing is quite eloquent for this episode, so I'm excited. Quick pause for Phenomennouncements. Today, I'd like to shout out, sorry, my hair is getting my eyes. I'd like to shout out at JayPokePaints. It's been a while since I've shouted out someone whose page is like they paint Pokemon cards, and I found her page today and she's awesome. I love it. It's so fun. She goes to like different expos and she has it's fun to see how people paint different Pokemon cards, because obviously it's very subjective and like they can kind of just create whatever they feel makes the most sense around them. I feel like a lot of times you have a little bit of the background in like the photo, but sometimes even in the more recent ones, or especially in the more recent ones, I don't think you really have all that much to work off of. So I just really like her designs. I think they're really interesting and fun and different and cool. And she's been doing it a while and she's really awesome. So definitely check her out on both Instagram and TikTok. She goes live on TikTok. So it's, and she like live paints, which is really fun to watch. And she's really great. I think that like she sells her art. She also sells like different prints and stuff, but I just really love and appreciate that she gets to just like put her talent to use and gets to just like create this magical world around these Pokemon and these Poke cards. And I feel like it really just like brings them to life. Yay, Jay! Thank you so much for bringing us your lovely talent, and keep doing what you do, because it's awesome and I love it. And I can't wait to keep seeing what you come up with. Specifically, she did a Mimikyu one, and it was like a little Mimikyu hiding behind like a Mimikyu with its like disguise off, which is when its like head flops. I don't know. That one really spoke to me because I love Mimikyu. It's my favorite Pokemon ever. That one is great. And I might look into how much that one is because that'd be awesome. I love it. Anyway, let's get back into the lore/science, women in STEM. In the early 1900s, scientists were building on their existing understanding of physics, the study of how, I was going to say the science and study of how matter moves through space and time, using improved technology and a rapidly growing body of knowledge. Nice, nice. This is why black holes don't really make sense to me, because I thought matter can neither be destroyed nor created. So how is it absent in black holes? Riddle me that. I don't get it. And it was during this period that our friend Albert Einstein, ever heard of him? Came to be that girl. Yes, Alfred. Go off. Explain that science of relativity or whatever, I don't know, E equals mc squared. I know that part. In 1905, Einstein did his big one. Nice. He published a paper called The Electrodynamics of Moving Bodies. Cool, awesome. Sounds very smart and sciencey. Also, what if it's just like a study of dance? The electrodynamics of moving bodies. That could literally be the name of a short film about people dancing on a dance floor. Who's gonna make it? Let's make it. Who's partnering with me on this? That's honestly a brilliant title for a short film about dancing. But anyway, it was originally meant to address earlier studies of electromagnetic waves, which were believed to move through space at the speed of light. But that title would eventually be lost to time, because the part everyone actually talked about was what we now call special theory of relativity. Yes! Did I say that? Did I get it right? Oh my God, good job, brain. Yay! Okay. As the name suggests, this theory helped explain the natural world by showing that forces like speed, time, mass, and energy are deeply connected. Change one, and the others change too. Ooh, 1 and 2. Yeah, this is why physics is my least favorite science, because of things like speed and time and mass and energy. And like, it was always like, if Susie kicks a soccer ball off a cliff, at what velocity is it going? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. Someone tell Susie to stop kicking balls off cliffs so we can stop talking about this. They're all very deeply connected. You change one, boom, the others also change. Using the famous formula E equals mc squared, where E is energy, m is mass, and c is the speed of light. Why isn't it S or L? E is energy, it starts with an E. M is mass, starts with an M. Why is C different? Why? Scientists began to understand that extreme speeds can alter other aspects of physics, including time and mass. And this wasn't just theoretical. Scientists were able to test it. Well, isn't that what you have to be able to test things in science? Or I guess there are a lot of stuff that's like just still theory that you can't test. But things like this, it's like, this one you can do experiments oh my God, I just realized my fairy lights are going crazy. They need to relax. Speaking of lights, okay, now they're just twinkling and it's fine. Before they were like, bah, 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 bah. Anyway, for example, if you place a clock on a jet plane flying at high speed, why? This feels like a math problem. Why would anyone do that? Oh, well, I guess jets should have clocks, right? To tell time. Okay, so if you place a clock on a jet plane flying at high speed and compare it to a clock at rest on the ground, the clock in motion will measure time more slowly. Okay, so like a ticking clock? That's weird. And also, don't people in jets need to be able to tell time? I feel like everything's just all on your phone now, which is all connected to satellites. So I feel like that's how they get over that. But that would really throw a wrench in things, because it's like, if T Swift's got to get to her concert on time and the clock in motion will move more slowly, then they'll think that they have plenty of time when really time actually moved faster. I don't know. I feel like that would mess things up. Einstein's paper had an enormous impact on physics and astronomy, but the special theory of relativity still had a problem. On its own, it couldn't fully explain the natural world because it left out one crucial component, gravity, which apparently Merrick's thinks is not real. So there's that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There's a reason that they explained to me why it's like, I don't know. It's real, but not, but is, two things to be true at once, I guess. The invisible force that causes masses to attract one another. Oh, is this how we're talking about gravity? I was just thinking like, I guess, does the Earth's core attract objects and that's why it has a gravitational pull? I guess, because I wouldn't even think of like attract, but I guess that is what is happening. Because we feel being like things are being pulled toward the center or toward the ground, at least. Einstein called it special because it only applied under very specific conditions, situation where gravity had no effect. What? So he kept working. Over the next decade, Einstein searched for a way to include gravity in his equations. And in 1916, he dropped Act 2, the general theory of relativity. Okay, so it was special theory of relativity, and now it's the general theory of relativity. Okay, interesting. So he was like whatever I said, zoom out. We're talking about things generally now. This time, gravity was the star of the show. All right, gravity. Gravity gets her big debut. Yay! The general theory focused on how mass actually warps space and time themselves. Wow, so it's all just focused on gravity. Yeah. Like I feel like when I think of a black hole, it's the whole idea of like space and time is a blanket. And then if you like put a marble in a blanket and it like dips down and that's gravity and mass, I guess. Einstein proposed that massive objects like stars and planets push space downward slightly with their gravity, changing the shape of space itself. And anything moving through that space is affected by that curvature. To visualize it, think of space like a mattress. Nice, yeah. And when a person lies down, their weight causes the mattress to dip and curve around them. In the same way, an object moving through space near a massive body follows the curves created by that distortion, because even the time it takes to move is affected by the shape of space. Interesting. I get it, but also I don't, but I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? Why? I get that it has gravity and I guess it would attract things, but like as you're moving through it, why can't you just move around it and not be sucked in? I don't like the whole sucking in part. I don't like it. It's like, you do you. It's fine. I don't care. Just don't drag me into your orbit. You know what I mean? Come on. Like, I'm cool just orbiting around the sun. Like, we have our own little system, solar system, if you will, and it's fine. And everything's good with it. And I don't think we need to just be throwing wrenches into it. With black holes, and I hope the black hole stays where it is and it doesn't come near us because I'm not trying to get sucked in. All right, the anatomy of a monster / more science. Ooh, anatomy of a monster. I like that. I like that title. So now back to black holes. As we mentioned earlier, it's massive objects in space that have the greatest influence on how forces of nature behave, and black holes have enormous mass, paired with extreme gravity. Yeah, I still don't really understand the difference between mass and gravity, though, but okay. Oh, I guess gravity is the pull that mass has. The amount of gravity an object has is dependent on the mass of that object, I think. Pretty much everything about black holes is extreme, including how they're born. One way they form is when massive stars die. Again, if matter can neither be created or destroyed, how do massive stars die? Where do they go? I don't get it. Like, it's just like a wormhole, like a rip? Stars are enormous balls of plasma powered by nuclear fusion at their cores and held together by their own gravity. But once a star runs out of hydrogen, there's no longer fuel to keep that fusion going, and that's when things get messy. Oh no! Without an internal force pushing outward, gravity wins. Oh! Wait, hydrogen, the fusion? The nuclear fusion is at the core, and that is what has hydrogen and is keeping everything in balance, and then when you get rid of that, it just goes, I think. The star begins to collapse in on itself under the pressure of its own immense gravity. Been there. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to keep this light. I have to. The process is violent. Matter is torn apart and pulled inward toward the center. And from that point forward, a black hole can form, one that continues to draw in anything that gets too close, including other stars. I hate that. That's so just like, okay, fine, you died, but like, why are you dragging me into your pit that happened after you died? Like, come on. And for objects that fall in, things don't end quickly. They're stretched slowly and catastrophically in a process known as spaghettiification. Spaghettiification. Okay, I'll take spaghetti. Spaghettification. Okay, wait, I love that. Scientists were like, looks like spaghetti. Spaghettification. This happens because gravity isn't equal across an object's length. The part closer to the black hole feels a much stronger pull than the part farther away. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. So if you were falling in feet first, your feet would be pulled harder than your head, stretching you out longer and thinner like a strand of spaghetti. Oh, I hate it. Ew. Sounds horrifying. Remind me never to fall into a black hole feet first. If I'm falling in a black hole, I want to go head first so that I explode and then whatever. Feet first, and then you just like watch your body go into that's awful. That literally name a worse way to die. Terrible. Black holes come in 3 main categories. First, stellar mass black holes, the most common type in our universe. These typically range from about 5 to 50 times the mass of our sun, and they're born from the death and sometimes the collision of massive stars. Great. Why are there so many of them? Why are they common? I don't like it. I just don't. Does a black hole ever stop doing what it's doing? Or is it just like, I don't understand how like the fabric of the universe is just being poked with black holes like freaking Swiss cheese? Or like, do they at some point, I don't know, how do they end? Do they end? Next are intermediate black holes, the most mysterious of the 3. We've only identified a handful of candidates so far. These would weigh somewhere between 100 and 10,000 times the mass of our sun. Okay, so stellar mass black holes are 5 to 50 times the mass of our sun. These would be 100 to 10,000 times the mass of our sun. Pretty wide range there. Pretty big range, I would say. And finally, supermassive black holes, the true monsters. These tend to live at the centers. These tend to live at the centers of nearly every galaxy. They range from hundreds of thousands to billions of times the mass of our sun, and they're far too massive to be born from single stars. Instead, they form through the merging of black holes and the collisions of entire galaxies. I hate it so much. Oh my God, this is literally like, I feel like existential dread now. I hate this episode. Anyway, it's fine. Everything's fine. And black holes, thank God black holes aren't real, she tells herself, trying to calm herself down. Our own Milky Way is believed to contain as many as 100 million black holes, most of them stellar mass. Great. So fun. Isn't that so fun? Isn't that just like so fun? How do people go about like their daily lives after just knowing that? I hate it. Despite their differences in size and scale, every black hole shares the same basic anatomy. Black holes grow by consuming matter, a process called accretion. Accretion? The accretion disk surrounding a black hole is made from the remains of the star that created it, along with gas pulled from other stars that drifted too close. They're messy eaters, illuminating the surrounding space with bright debris and stardust. That's pretty, but also terrible. I hate that they're messy eaters. I don't like, this is like I would truly rather encounter a skinwalker, I think. Like, at least I feel like I don't know. This is just too much. It's too much. Something even stranger can happen near the inner edge of that disc. Oh, really? Yeah, tell me about it. More strange. Yeah, like just throw more strange things. Is any part of this good news? When does it end? Does it end? Some material falling toward the black hole doesn't get swallowed at all. Instead, it's blasted away in opposite directions as particle jets. Oh, okay, that's kind of fun. I want to be yeeted out of the black hole, please. We don't fully understand how these jets work, but they can fire particles at nearly the speed of light, spreading atoms across entire galaxies. Weird. And as you move closer, things get hotter and brighter until you reach the photon ring. Yay. If you like her, then you should have put a photon ring on it. Jodelle included a photo, which I will include on the screen here, but it shows things like the photon ring, which are the, like, very super bright part of like the stardust that I guess is being expelled from, I still don't really understand what's going on. But, and then the acceleration disk and the event horizon and the Doppler beaming, and sure, there's just more things. And then what's this? Singularity, the center of the black hole. Great. Awesome. Yep, that's just where everything gets smushed into one. From every viewing angle, thin rings of light appear around the black hole, like Saturn, right? Is it Saturn? I think. That's it. It sucks that they're so pretty because they're awful. These rings are actually distorted images of the accretion disk itself. Light from the disk can orbit the black hole multiple times before finally escaping toward us. Rings closer to the black hole grow thinner and fainter. As gravity bends even the path light takes through space. Beyond that lies the event horizon. The point where everything is great and nobody dies, the end. No, just kidding. It's the point of no return. You guess it. It's the point. It's the worst. It's the worst part. It's the terrible part. It's the part that's arguably, I mean, it sounds like Singularity. The very middle is the worst, but this is a close contender for worst. It's a close second. Black holes are black because we can't actually see them. Okay. From the event horizon inward, gravity becomes so strong that not even light can escape. Weird. So then I wonder, then it's like, then you go through and then you're like in a different gap. Like, what if it's like just a little portal? I don't know. I like to think that it maybe just is, and it brings us into like a different part of whatever's going on where everything is fine. Or maybe it's just like a huge rave and a light show. I don't know. To understand why I think about Earth's gravity, we know gravity keeps us anchored here. Even when we run, jump, or fly in an airplane, we don't drift off into space. Speak for yourself. I've had my drifts into space every now and then. Take a strong enough edible and you'll get there. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. I'm kidding. That's because Earth's escape velocity is about 7 miles per second. You'd need to travel at least that fast to break free of Earth's gravitational pull. And we've done that. Thank you, NASA. Okay. Cool, right. Yeah, and then we're like in space after that. At the event horizon of a black hole, the escape velocity is so extreme that even light isn't fast enough. Think the speed of light? Nope, not even close. Light travels at about 186,000 miles per second or 299 meters per second, and still it can't escape. Sorry, Alphaba, you're not defying this gravity. Ooh, Alfie's like, wanna bet? No, yeah, she's cooked. We're chopped. We're chopped, chat. We're chopped. Although your experience of time would feel normal to you, gravity warps space so dramatically that to an outside observer, you'd appear to slow down, almost freezing in time. Hold on, I have to understand what I just read. Okay, so very like interstellar-y, or interstellar coded. Gravity warps space so dramatically that to an outside observer, you'd seem like you're going slow or almost like freezing in time because it's going so slow. Just like the clock on the jet plane, your time becomes dilated. Think a 6-hour jet lag is bad? Try 6 decades. Yay. Yeah, that's very Interstellar, right? When he like goes to space and he comes back and he's like, my son is old. Or I don't know, daughter maybe? I don't remember that movie very well. Eventually, that frozen image would fade into darkness as light from you could no longer reach the outside world beyond the event horizon. That just makes me think that like it's a party in there. I don't know. Now I'm like, have we pulled the curtain and see like maybe there's just like a bunch of cool lights in there that we just can't see? I don't know. I feel like that could be really pretty. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I guess Milky Way. I'll stick with the Milky Ways are really pretty. The Milky Way is very pretty, and I like that. So I'll just stick with that. I don't like when things get. It's like you're just like suppressing the light. It's not good. Beyond the event horizon, we can't see anything at all. No light escapes back into our eyes or our instruments. We're left with only math and theory to guide us. Yeah, like you can't see. So you're just kind of like assuming what happens. Again, I don't get how like, can you escape? Like, is it an escape into somewhere else? Because I don't know where it goes otherwise. According to general relativity, the very center of a black hole contains a final destination called singularity. Here, all the matter that's fallen past the event horizon is crushed into a single point. Okay, never mind. So it's just like not even there. It's just one teeny tiny spot. Space is warped so tightly that it effectively pinches off the rest of the universe. Okay, so the mass doesn't disappear. It just gets really compact, maybe? Can I use singularity to fit more clothes into a suitcase? Have we potentially looked into that? I don't know. It's kind of like a vacuum, like the vacuum sealed bags. I don't know. Can I put all of my furniture in a house when I'm moving into a singularity and then take it out? That'd be a very effective way to pack and move. So come on. If you tried to calculate the density at that point, you'd discover, Katie Heron voice, the limit does not exist. The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist. Katie Heron wins the mathletes or whatever. I don't know. She could have gone on to be a woman in STEM because she was very smart and good at math. This is where physics stops being able to explain what's happening and where we begin to see the limits of our understanding of reality. Great. And with that, let's get into the theories, or what science can't answer. One foundational law in physics is the conservation of mass, the idea that matter cannot be created or destroyed, only rearranged. Thank you. Okay, but black holes create a problem. Exactly. What? Anything that passes beyond the event horizon is lost to the universe forever. So if matter can't be destroyed, what does that actually mean? This question led physicists to some strange places. White holes and wormholes. See, okay, yeah, that reminds me of, Stranger Things, if you guys have seen it, the season 5. There's a part where they open like a hole in the wall and then things just kind of get out into nothingness, I guess, where it's kind of shaped like a wormhole, and the wall that they thought maybe Vecna's on the other side, but then when the car goes through it, it's just lost forever. Did it ever plug up? I don't understand. I don't know. They left that kind of open, and I don't know what happened there. But okay, I wonder if wormholes, or why it's called a wormhole, is because it's the spaghettification of things. No, I don't know. Using the same equations that describe black holes, a physicist named Carl Schwarzschild theorized the possibility of something called a white hole. A white hole would be the exact opposite of a black hole, essentially a time-reversed version of one. Oh, huh? If a black hole swallows matter that can never be recovered, a white hole would do the reverse. It would eject matter outward and nothing could ever enter it. Oh, right. That's my idea of is a black hole kind of just like a portal into a different dimension where things are done differently. Everything's backwards. The upside down. This is where the upside down comes from. That's wild. But it's not really, is it? It's not really reversed. The upside down, I'm thinking it's not really a reversed version of Hawkins. It's just a colder, creepier version of Hawkins. Think of it like this: a falling ball versus a bouncing ball. Same physics reversed in time. Huh? A falling ball versus a bouncing ball. Why do they have the same physics? Because they both go down. Oh, but okay, so the falling ball is the black hole, and the bouncing ball is the black hole and then white hole. Black hole, white hole, because it's doing the same thing, but in reverse. Interesting. Okay. Bridging the gap between a black hole and a white hole would be a theoretical region of space called a wormhole. Okay. You've probably seen wormholes in science fiction as shortcuts through space and time. But when the math is applied correctly, this kind of travel wouldn't work the way movies show it. If wormholes exist at all, they would only allow one-way travel. Oh, interesting. And the wormhole, and oh, cool. Jodelle included a really fun picture that explains it pretty well. And it shows the black hole, white hole, singularity in between, and it's kind of it looks like the time, what's it called? Time, sand. You know when sand is in the middle, what's it called? Why am I blanking on this? A time teller. Nope. What's it called? Hourglass. An hourglass. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of hourglass shaped, but the singularity is so small. It's as small as my patience for this episode right now because there are no answers to everything. Anyway, now here's the catch. Oh, the catch wasn't that you couldn't ever go back through the wormhole. There's more of a catch. While they can be proven from a purely mathematical sense, white holes would violate the laws of thermodynamics, so it is believed they cannot exist. So do not try to create one. How, Jodelle? How would one go about creating this? What? Okay, so, white holes would violate the laws of thermodynamics, so it's believed they can't exist, but then don't black holes violate the law of matter? So riddle me that. Why do black holes exist and not white holes? I guess black holes you can see, they're observable, but then what if white holes are just when you get close enough to the center where you can see all the light again? I don't know. Okay, in closing, the fact that we find supermassive black holes at the center of nearly every galaxy raises an obvious question. Do these cosmic giants serve a larger purpose in the structure of the universe? Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a good question. Their particle jets can stretch for hundreds of thousands of light years, powerful enough to either trigger the birth of new stars. Whoa, okay. Or shut that process down entirely. Great. So it's either super helpful or not at all. Awesome. That means black holes play a role in shaping galaxies that goes far beyond gravity alone. Yeah, but also one would have to wonder if black holes, is there a time where galaxies don't have a black hole? Or do all galaxies start with a black hole? I don't know. I guess time also works differently. So all of this is so hard to conceptualize. And it's as long as we're not drifting towards one, which I really hope we're not, operative word being hope, then we're fine. And I don't think I have to think about this ever again past this episode because it's the worst. I hate it. It's just so and everything could end ever and all the time and everything you've ever known is wrong. And the black hole isn't actually black. It's just far, 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 far away. In a very real sense, these phenomena help sculpt the universe itself. Right? That's what I'm wondering. Do they all have a black hole and then the rest of the universe is created around them? I don't know. Or has it been long enough in some sense that now that we've observed black holes at the center of everything, it's been long enough for them to form everywhere? I don't know. And recently, scientists identified the largest black hole ever observed. Yay. Its existence challenges what we think we know about physics. At roughly 100 billion times the mass of our sun, this black hole is simply too big. Yeah, honestly, why is it so big? Someone should shame it into not being so big because it's taking up too much space. Okay? Leave some of the universe for the rest of us. All right? Come on. There hasn't been enough time in the universe's lifespan for it to have grown by consuming matter at any known rate. And yet, it exists. So then I wonder, this whole idea of the wormhole is only a one-way ticket, but it's what if everything came out of the wormhole? I don't know. What if the Big Bang, what if the black hole is like a magician's hat and just everything comes out of it? Maybe things go in and out of it. I don't know. Have we never observed things coming out of a black hole? And just because we haven't observed it, does that mean that it doesn't happen? I don't know. I like to think that black holes maybe create matter as well. Who knows? I certainly don't. But also, why is it there? And also, there's things around it. And how did the things around it get there, despite it being there? Where did they come from? What? Its name is Phoenix A star. Ooh, but that's a mystery we'll have to explore another time. Please no. Actually, if y'all are interested in this and you like it, I'm probably gonna bully Jodelle into making this. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna bully Jodelle. But I'm gonna strongly advise that Jodelle go into and make a video that's probably gonna be exclusively available on Patreon or something about this Phoenix A thing, because I don't want to think about this anymore, actually. I think we're good. I think the fact that black holes challenge everything we think we know is kind of it's annoying because it feels like we've made all this progress in science and physics, and then black holes are just kidding, you're wrong, and everything's wrong, and nothing is real. And you're thanks, black hole. Here I thought we were making some progress. And it's why? Why does it need to be so complicated? And also stay away from me. But yeah, so if you're interested, we will definitely, if you're interested in exploring this Phoenix A star, I'm sure Jodelle can talk about it in a much more joyful tone than I have throughout this episode because he actually is very interested in this subject and topic and doesn't want to crawl out of his skin thinking about it, much like me. So, yay, people that like black holes. Good job. Good for you. You think you're better than me? I'm kidding. All right, we have an Expedia affiliate link, expedia.com/affiliates/phenomena/season 5. Season 5. Mambo number 5. Definitely, if you plan on going to the nearest supermassive black hole, if you plan on taking a trip to space like Katy Perry, use our affiliate link. You know, maybe we'll throw some aliens on that trip of yours. Book your next trip. Ooh, the pokepic for this week's episode. Who's it gonna be? It's Mega Evolution Gengar. Ooh, yeah. Mega Gengar is like, it looks like the entrance to a fun house. Pokedex entry. It lays traps, hoping to steal the lives of those it catches. If you stand in front of its mouth, you'll hear your loved one's voices calling out to you. Wow. But then you can't see them, much like the black hole. Ooh, interesting. Whoa, crazy. That's a good pokepic. I do like that one because when they introduced the Mega Evolutions, I was hoping Gengar would be cool, and they did not disappoint. Gengar is pretty freaking cool and crazy. Real crazy. Real big. And it, like, again, is just like, it eats things. And I feel like that's what black holes do, right? So, makes sense. Cool. We have an email, phenomena.cases@gmail.com. Please email us what you think about black holes and whether or not they freak you out as much as they freak me out, or if you're totally cool with it like Jodelle and Ruben are, because apparently they just don't even mind. And I don't know how that is. I don't understand how they just were able to write this episode and just be like, yeah. Anyway, back to my regularly scheduled programming. Like, I'm not going to just sit in a corner and rock back and forth about this. Anyway, email us and let me know, and comment and subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified. New episodes come out every Wednesday at 6 p.m. PST. And we have a Patreon and a Discord. I always mention this, but we have a Patreon where you can donate $2, $5, or $1 million. No, I'm kidding. $2, $5, and a free tier. And the Discord link is pinned to the top of the Patreon. Ben joined the Patreon. Yay. Thanks so much, Ben. Ben joined the free tier. And he still gets to see the like pokepic for every episode and the favorite gifts. So there still are some fun things on the Patreon free tier for y'all to explore and see. But definitely any of the paid tiers get like a little bit more, you know, and then potentially they get the super cool bonus episode that Jodelle's gonna do on Phoenix A, the super duper massive huge black hole, the one, I don't know. That one. Definitely check it out if you want to continue engaging with us, because it's a fun little space. It's a fun little blog. And I've also like kept it going for a while, so you can just like scroll through so many posts if you're bored. It's like, it's a fun time. So yeah, as I mentioned, because I kind of jumped the gun here, new episodes come out every Wednesday at 6 p.m. PST. And next time on Phenomena, we'll be talking about the Jersey Devil. Yay! Something less horrifying, arguably, than black holes. Because again, I feel like I would literally rather be face to face with the Jersey Devil than to have to contend with a black hole in real life. Like, truly. I feel like I actually don't really know much about the Jersey Devil at all. Is it like a Tasmanian devil? Why is it called the devil? Why is it from Jersey? I guess one could assume. That'll actually be the last episode written by our lovely cryptid writer Griffin, because they have another project that is taking up a lot of their time as of late. And so our good friend John Suarez will be stepping in for season 6 and beyond and becoming our new cryptid writer. So yay! So we'll still have a cryptid writer. It's just kind of switching off, if you will. Griffin and John Suarez and I were all, and John, my fiance, we're all part of the same like friend group, so they know each other. And so, yeah. Also, fun fact, John Suarez wrote the Stargate Project episode. So they have written for Phenomena before. So yay. Jersey Devil will be Griffin's last script, so I'm excited to read it. And remember, you can always explore the rabbit hole The rabbit hole, not the black hole, the rabbit hole without falling all the way down, lest you get through to singularity and out the other side to the white hole where you can never go back, apparently. So, yeah, be careful. And I'll see you next week. Bye.